The second set of characters is the yellow belt, which was made up of 5 animals. Now, the first 2 animals are the cow and the sheep. Now, the cow now has only got 1 horn and it's kind of slipping off the side of his head. Before, he had 2 big horns sticking up from his head, almost like a kind of curve like that, if you look at the ancient Chinese characters. And that's somehow kind of got dislodged and it's down the side of his head. However, the sheep has kept 2 little horns either side of the head. Okay? Now, these 2 are both heads. They're fairly easy to recognise as heads. The next 2 I've chosen are the bird and the fish. And here you've got the whole body. The bird, I did a little research towards most of these characters, but this one I thought, well, it looks like a bird to me. It's got 4 legs, which is a bit strange for a bird, and a tail. And sticking up over the top of the head, I thought it might be a crest. In fact, researching further, that's its beak. It's got its head right up. Okay, but I wasn't aware of that when I made the character, and as I like the way it turned out, I kept it as it is. So it's got a crest where it should have a beak. The fish, on the other hand, doesn't look very much like a fish. Although if you look at the progression of how the Chinese character originally looked, you can see how the 2 fins have kind of moved their way down to the bottom, and the mouth is open at the top. Okay, so I tried to stay as close as possible to the way the ancient character seemed to me from what I researched. The horse is the last one of the 5, and this is my favourite really, because it does look so much like a horse. It's got a mane, which is like the hair. You can see the hair kind of being blown in the wind. It's got 4 legs, which horses obviously do have, unlike birds, and it's got a tail, and it all looks very real to me. Okay, so those are the 5 that we've got for the yellow belt. Now, why did I choose those animals out of all the animals I could have chosen? Well, one reason, and I'm sorry to horse lovers, is I thought they could be useful in restaurants. Okay, when you go to a restaurant, it might be interesting to be able to see, oh, I recognise that one, that's a cow, that must be beef. Now, the other reason why I didn't choose some other characters was partly some of them are more difficult than the ones I've chosen. For example, cat is really quite difficult, and so is pig, which would have been quite useful with the restaurant idea. But the other reason is there isn't a match between the Chinese and the Japanese. The characters now used in Japanese are different from the ones currently used in Chinese. So that's why we were left with what we were left with. We've got cow, sheep, bird, fish, and horse. Okay, as the 5 animals. Just got to go and rescue my baby because I'm trying to get a Shinkansen out and it's stuck. Okay, thank you again and bye bye.
Bye bye.